Project Veritas spokesman Neil McCabe tells One America News their undercover journalists have discovered a vote fraud system called ballot chasing, which is positioned to swing Texas in the election. One America's John Hines has more.
I understand that Project Veritas has been in parts of Texas, and they have been detecting some incidents of voter fraud, and there's a particular word here that you use, and I think it's called ballot chasing. Ballot chasing, I'm not sure I've heard that term before. What seems to be going on, sir?
Well, we're all familiar with the term ballot harvesting. What we found is a ballot chaser, and apparently that's the term of art used deep in the heart of Texas. We focused on one particular ballot chaser. Her name was Raquel Rodriguez, and she basically goes around collecting ballots the way we expect ballot harvesters to do. Of course, ballot harvesting is more restricted in Texas. In fact, it's illegal in Texas. And in addition to her normal practice of collecting ballots, we were also able to document with hidden cameras how she pressures and rewards voters, depending on the situation, for voting the way they're supposed to vote.
Because you want all Dems, right? And you're going to have to put like a line through it and your initials, so they're going to know it was a mistake. That's the only way they're going to accept it. Where do I put the initials? Okay, so what you're going to do is you need to shape that in. You're going to put a line through there and put your initials. Which way am I? Okay, so let me show you. So you're going to dot that in, and the line goes like this, and then your initials are going to put right there. So that way they know it was done accidental.
These counties in which this ballot chasing occurs, I believe, have a history of vote fraud going back to the days, probably before the days, but back to the days of Lyndon Johnson when he was running for Senate. Am I correct in perceiving that?
Yeah, absolutely. This is sort of the heart of what was LBJ's political machine. In 1948, there was
his primary against Coke Stevenson.
Yeah, yes, John. And it was famous, it was ballot box 13, John, that turned the whole state for Johnson. And of course, we know in 1960, there were whole cemeteries that voted for the John F. Kennedy Lyndon Johnson ticket for president and vice president. But, you know, we thought those days were behind us. We all, you know, heard these stories, but it was sort of like the bad old days. Really, in recent political history, we have not really dealt with widespread voter fraud or election fraud, and it seems to be coming back, certainly facilitated by mail-in ballots. And the thing about mail-in ballots is they break the chain of custody between the voter and the voter box. And so something happens in between, and we hope that nothing bad happens, but certainly a lot of bad things can happen. This is why the Texas Public Policy Foundation was so adamant, putting out a statement congratulating Project Veritas on our investigation and congratulating Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who announced that he was initiating an investigation based on our probe of ballot harvesting, specifically the corruption involving the pressuring and rewarding of voters.
Your boss in this video, James O'Keefe, says at one point, "We keep hearing voter fraud is a myth." Is voter fraud a myth, Neil McCabe?
Voter fraud is real. It is going on today, and it's going to go on tomorrow unless people investigate it, unless people enforce the laws, and unless Americans stand up for the sanctity of their vote.
Neil W. McCabe, Communications Director for Project Veritas. Thank you for talking to us on One America News. It's good to catch up with you, sir.
Really glad to be with you, John. Thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Visit OANN.com for immediate access to all the clips you've been waiting to see.